morning everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's an exciting day because today we are starting the Christmas prep. And by starting the Christmas prep, I mean we need to basically make candles to test them, to make sure they are decent enough to sell on to my lovely customers, and the fact that they need to be safe as well. So I have my wax melting in my pot ready. I've got 4 Christmas fragrances launching. One I did launch last year and I know that works really well. I'm not too concerned with that one, so I need to test 3 fragrances. They're the same jars, so that's fine, but I have got new wicks because I can't buy the wicks that I originally were buying, and these are different to the ones that I normally work with, so this is where I've got to do the testing to make sure the wicks are fine. I feel like I need one size bigger. We'll see how it goes, but this one's slightly smaller than this one and this one is slightly smaller than one that I normally would use. I'm gonna try the larger sized wicks on these candles and just pray that they are the right wick, or else I'm gonna have to get some new testers in and then retest, and it's a very long process, but that's what it is when you're making candles. I have my little testing template that I like to use when I am basically testing new fragrances, and it just asks me a bunch of details such as the container type, size, the diameter of the container, fragrance, the fragrance load that I'm going to be putting in, and any dye colour, and then the wick type and size as well. And then in there I track down the total burn time, so how much of a burn are you actually going to get from this candle. When it's actually burning, I like to also check the edge melt time, if there's any sweating, and then the overall visual appearance. Does it look nice? Some people just don't mind, they just want a nice candle, but I like to just check these things. And then I've got a little note section here. It's not an easy, straightforward process. There are definitely steps to take to get a really nice, good candle that you can sell on to your customers, and obviously to make sure it's safe as well. So this is test number 1 for 3 different fragrances. I'm just going to finish filling out the sheets. I'm going to get the jars ready, and then I'm going to get to making these candles. Very busy day today. I was in the office at 7:30, it's now 8:15. I've got to go out and meet friends later on. I've got to go pop into town and get a patch test for at a new hairdresser's because I've never been there before and I want my hair all nicely done. A busy day, but it looks like it's going to be a nice day. And then I'm hopefully going out for food tonight with my husband, so that will be lovely. Yeah, there's just so much to do. The weather, lighting being good today as well, I want to try and get some more photography, like some photos for the website. Obviously test the candles, and I got my first wholesale order come through yesterday of 20 candles, so I've got to make 20 candles of lavender love, so I'm super excited about that. I think I need to order some more fragrance. I'm going to do that today as well. I'll do that in a separate video because this is all about Christmas. I'm going to finish filling in these forms. I'm going to get them ready. I'm going to get my jars ready. It smells so good in here. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. All my information is set up, my jars are set up. I have these new little wick holders. I'm going to test them to see how they go. And this is the idea for the jar. I've been testing that one, I've sealed it all, and I think it's all good. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to do. I was thinking maybe this one for the creamy cinnamon, the Christmas spice green, cranberry and orange one, like a red, and the white Christmas is silver, but I'm not sure yet. So I've got a lot of decisions to make when it comes to that because that's the time consuming part. But yes, we're all set up to go. This shouldn't take me long to actually do, but I think I'm actually going to heat the jars as well because it's very cold in here now. The temperature has dropped and I have got the heating on, but these do feel quite cold. I know that probably we're going to get a bit of frosting or a bit of separation between the wax and the jar, so I'm going to heat them up slightly. Hot gun and they're ready. Now I'm going to see how the wax is doing. So my wax is ready, and for each candle I need a wax weight of 209.1 grams and 21 grams of fragrance. I'm going to measure out for 1 candle at a time. So we're slightly over. So I'm going to take my trusty ladle and just take a little bit out of here. Perfect. So the first one I'm going to try is my Christmas spice candle. I like to add fragrance in at around about 65 degrees Celsius, and then that I find works like a good time to add the fragrance because it's not too cold that the fragrance isn't going to like mix in, and obviously the wax is not too hot that it's going to burn the fragrance off as well. I'm going to take this time to heat up my jar. Fragrance is currently around 70, so I still got a little bit of time to wait, but my jar is nice and warm. Now I can add in my fragrance. I want 21 grams of fragrance load for this one. Let me give it a good mix. Once it's all mixed in, I like to let it sit for just a minute or two until all the little air bubbles that we have created have kind of dispersed. Then that's going to hopefully stop any bubbles happening in the actual wax when it's set, which then can create those little air pockets, which obviously we don't want. So ideally I like to pour when it's around 50 degrees Celsius, but currently 55. So I'm just going to leave it for another minute until it just cools down a little bit more, and then it's not going to be too hot for the jar then. Then we swap the jar over with the jug so we can measure out the wax that we're putting into the candle. Hopefully it will be pretty much the perfect amount because we've measured everything out. You don't want to do this too quick because you don't want to create air pockets. And then I'm going to carefully move the candle over onto the sheet so I know which one it is. There we go. Once this whole part is done, I like to take note of the time so that I can make sure I'm aware of the cure time for this candle. I'm now going to repeat the process for the next two fragrances.
Christmas lights fill the city. There are people.
3 candles are good. All the information is wrote down. I just need to write a quick comment about heating this jar. Hopefully they will come out perfect first time and burn perfectly first time. Hope and dream. I need to sort my hair out now, and then I'm going to go pop to the hairdressers for my patch test. Then I'm having lunch with my friends, which will be lovely. So I'm going to head out and leave these beautiful 3 candles to cure, and then I'm going to test the wax melts. So I'm going to test the fragrance with the wax melts and then do a batch of each so that I can burn and enjoy. Also, other exciting news before I do head out, I have bought a reed diffuser jar, so I'm gonna, I think, put one of the Christmas fragrances in here. I bought the mixture for it and the reed diffuser sticks. I'm gonna make one, see how I feel and see if it's something that I want to sell, but I thought, why not, let's branch out. So candles, wax melts, reed diffusers, why not? Right, I'm gonna stop yammering now. I'm actually gonna leave because I'm on track, so I'm not gonna ruin it. It is very bright today, but I've got my patch test on. Hopefully people can't see it because they'll be a bit like, what the hell? Right, I'm gonna go meet up with my friends and have a coffee and some food because I've not had breakfast yet and the lighting's really bad. Oh my goodness, am I out of breath. I've been home for about 40 minutes, I want to say, and I've been tidying the house because I thought, right, let's not sit down, let's just tidy the house. So I've literally tidied every room. The only thing I haven't done is put clothes away. That's the next thing, but I want to crack on with some more work. A lovely lunch with the girls, so that was nice. I've got some more little pads for my wicks, which is great. And I've got some more label paper. I have ordered in some labels, so some thank you labels and some new branded labels, because obviously my branding has changed. But if this paper works really well, I might just print my own because I am quite big on saving money where I can, and if I can print them myself I will do. If I do continue to print myself, I will invest in a cutter, so like a pre-cut or something. I need to do a little bit of investigation into prices and what is the best one to purchase. Yeah, that's the plan. So I would like to also buy a printer at some point, a label printer, so a dress printer. That would be handy. They're not overly expensive, but I think that's going to be in the new year as well. It's not something I can fund at the moment through the business, so that's going to have to wait. Let's have a look to see how the candles are doing. So this is the first time I've used these. It's done quite well actually. This one I can see has got a little sinkhole in there already, but my main concern was if it was going to create a little bit of a sinkhole underneath where the black metal bit sat, if the heat was being reflected back in, but it's not actually. Maybe a tiny bit round here, but obviously you can see we've got a massive sinkhole. After all those precautions of letting all the air bubbles drop out and everything, obviously we still got a massive sinkhole. charcoal, so I need to heat that up to get rid of that. But that colour, this is the creamy cinnamon candle. That colour is gorgeous. It's like a milky white. This has come out a little bit more yellow. This is Christmas spice. Yeah, that one has got a little bit of a dip in it, and I think that is because of the black wick holder. That's fine. We can level that out. That looks pretty central. I'm really hoping these wicks are going to be big enough. If not, I'm going to have to de-wick and probably a bigger wick in there, but that's not bad. And there's no frosting at all. So heating the jars has definitely helped. There's not any frosting on any of these candles, so I am impressed. So I would say heat your jars a little bit before your containers, before you actually pour your wax in, so you're not shocking the wax with the temperature difference. That one has got a really nice smooth top, but then has a little sinkhole here, so that's a bit frustrating. But once again, there's no frosting on the glass, so that is great news. They smell incredible. Normally the fragrance will improve over time, but the cold throw for these candles are already so good. I'm impressed. Wow, the cranberry, orange and cinnamon, that is immense. That is definitely not for the faint-hearted. What I'm going to do now is actually decorate the jars. Dan's mum just popped over and bought a candle from me, and I am going to crack on with a couple of other bits, and I'm going to do some gilding. So I'm going to do some gold leaf magic. Sorry, you guys can't see, here's me talking to you. There we go. Nope, telling the wrong thing. I don't know what you saw and what you didn't see then. But anyway, we're going to gild. I want to make sure that my jar is nice and clean. Oh, it smells beautiful. Right, so this is cranberry and orange, and I think I'm going to do red for the cranberry and orange. I've got my little sets here. I just need to find my red. Ooh, look at that. I bought these, obviously did not read the size. I thought they were going to be like the larger sheets like my gold ones, and obviously they're not. But I should have enough here to be able to do what I need to do. Can't stick these on yet anyway because I need to wait for the gild to get tacky. And it's quite hard because you can't see what you put in the paste. So I have no idea. This is what the green one looks like so far. I like this side. This side here looks a little bit too blocky, so I need to sort that out. It will look like that with the lid. I just think it looks really Christmassy. The red one needs a lot of work doing to it because it's like, I didn't even put the glue all over it, and it is literally just like adhered to it. I've kept basically keeping the shreddings because they will be used for the wax melts. Now I'm just going to try the silver one. I've somehow managed to get green on, which is really hard to budge, so hopefully we can cover that. You can see that, but I now have green on my nail. I really like how it looks though, so I'm tempted to put them on my nails anyway. It looks really pretty. I might do all of this and then decide I don't like it, but I won't know until I try it. I have gold foil everywhere, and I mean everywhere. I can even see some on my phone, but never mind. Like I said, I saved these little cut off bits for the wax melts because I think I'm going to put them wax melts. Okay, I didn't like the red one at the beginning, but I actually love how this has turned out. I love it so much. Obviously it will have a label on it. I do need to seal it, but I'm not going to seal it yet. Super happy with how that has turned out. I've just got to decide now if I like the lids or not. I don't know my favourite thing. I don't know. Let me just swap them out for just plain white lids, and then I can see how I feel. Does it look better with just a plain white lid, or does it look better green? I don't know. This is what I've ended up with. I really like the way that this one looks. I think I'm going to do them all that way rather than just kind of like smash. I managed to make this look a bit more sparse, and so I'm going to do them all like the gold one, including the white Christmas one, because with just the banner around the bottom, it just looked a little bit too weird. I do like it with the kind of like bleeding through rather than just the blodges, so I'm going to do that as well. But I do like how it's only a little bit on the gold. Excited about launching these. Oh my god, I've got so much work to do though. I got so distracted by getting stuff done that I forgot to film basically. So we've got food on the way. I'm going to call it a day. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but then I still got loads done, so I was going to order some bits, but I'll order them in the morning now. I'm super happy with how the Christmas collection is looking. It just smells amazing in it. It smells so good. I'm going to get into my comfies and I'm going to call it a day, and I'm going to do some work tomorrow. I'm out in the evening tomorrow, but I'm going to do some work tomorrow. I'm probably on Sunday as well. Okay. Massive thank you to everyone who's watched part 1 of the Christmas vlogs. There's 2 parts. No, there's 3 parts. I'm filming the 3rd part right now because I talk a lot, so thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Stay tuned for the second part and obviously the third part as well. So excited today. I'm actually finishing the collection and it's launch day today, but that comes in part 3. But if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and I'll catch you all in part 2. See you later guys, bye.